Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes, Historical Immersion and Bohemia. So I'm starting this episode by the event of diplomatic move. Diplomacy between nations was often affected by random factors from both sides involved. Most of the time, these factors were beyond the control of the foreign ministers involved. So we can appoint new diplomats, which will give us further diplomatic power, or we can improve relations with neighboring states, which will give me 10 diplomatic power, but Brandenburg's opinion increases by 30. Since I think we are at maximum, yeah, let's go with appoint new diplomats. And that allows us to get the War Cabinet. So let's get it. War Cabinet. The stress of warfare can seriously undermine our nation. Ensuring that all parts of government are involved during the time of war can lessen the impact on our nation. Monthly war exhaustion minus 0.01, which is actually more useful than you would think. We have also finished the City Hall in Prague, and I think now we could go with the Great City Hall, but that means that our urban gravity there is 92,707 people, which is awesome, and we finished a mission called Golden Prague. We need to further expand our glorious city of Prague. It shall be the center of the kingdom and the empire. Local construction cost lowered by 10% and development build cost lowered by 10% and gain 5 prestige. Pretty decent. So next one is Bohemian Science Center and Art, and we need a renowned university and an art corporation there. So how are we going? Renowned university is out of our control for now, but an art corporation is doable. So we could go after that, especially since we have the bonus now. Cool, I'll keep it in mind. In the meantime, however, I have given an order to build a fort in Cottbus, and we are building a road. Where the hell are we building the road? I forgot. That's the fort. So we are only building it in Pozinsko. Okay, I thought we were building it somewhere else. So we're building a road in Pozinsko as well, but I wanted to build it in Chebsko as well and in Svidnica. It's kind of weird that we're not building it there. I thought we were. Okay, never mind. Bad thought. So in Chebsko we can build the fort, the road, if we contribute manpower, which we do not have. However, I've decided that as our king is a Grey Eminence and Midas Touch, he will do what needs to be done as an emperor, and he will actually bow down to the greater nobles, honor them, which will cost us 50 prestige, but he will do it for the greater good of the nation and exchange it for 15,000 manpower, which he will use then to build a road in Chebsko. So you guys will contribute 25% to this, and we will contribute 14,400 troops. So Chebsko and Pozinsko are now building roads. Praha has finished the city hall, and we are building a fort in Cottbus. Last place where we want to build the fort is Budějovisko, or Budějovsko, as the game calls it now. And building a fort there is actually quite expensive. So do we dare to? Yeah, we dare to. We're not planning anything, so let's do it right now. I'm gonna keep the money that we have right now. You may notice that I'm not drilling the troops, which I will start now. I just wanted to keep the economy running, and now when we actually can do it, it's kind of cool. So let's have these guys drill, and we are going to save up money for the art corporation or renowned university or great city hall, depending on how the game will treat it. But we are going to develop Prague and the other provinces around it as time will go by. We do not have an advisor for military, but that's okay because they are quite expensive right now, and I do not want that. Instead, I have bought some Swedish copper, which is kind of interesting, you know. And they are still sieging upon. Interesting. Well, all of these provinces have been turned to Denmark. Or good on you, Denmark. I can say I'm kinda sad about you being so good. Not much is happening. The Ottomans, I think, gained some other provinces as well from the Empire of the Romans. Nothing happening with the Mamluks or Jayavirids. I don't see any progress. I kind of like Novgorod and their sort of republic. Well, it's not a sort of republic, it's an actual merchant republic. But I'm interested in seeing if Russia this time will be formed, because usually, for some reason, it has been the experience in the couple last parts that Muscovy and Novgorod were able to form Russia instead of Lithuania or Georgia just swallowed these huge whole, territories. I kind of guess that this really comes from the Wacom nations, which I have disabled. Same with Ottomans, they never just managed to progress very far. I guess the game really has quite of a knack for that. I like that we're gonna be drilling now when we have Yeroshek leading the army, because he can gain additional experience. Quite a high chance, actually. And we got the Gifted Jew. We are actually we are a very liberal freethinker and great eminence, so who's gonna be... Oh! He's gonna be a military dude. Okay, Otakar Zhishka. Let's... Yeah, manpower recovery speed. Actually, we need him. This is such a low expense that I think we can pay it, and we're still making a decent amount of money. Plus, we have quite a lot to deal with here. We are quite behind on the military tech, so it's gonna be fine. And as we're building up the diplo tech, we're gonna fall behind on the diplomacy or diplomatic technology as well, which doesn't really mind us or hurt us, considering that this is mostly naval and trade stuff, and we still have quite a lot of things to be done. How is our actual impact on this trade node? Upper than you. We are just slightly behind Austria. Very slightly. So if I manage to build a couple of things here and there, for example, a marketplace and a HEP score would boost it quite decently, or Pozinsko could get a warehouse. We could build a warehouse in Prague, honestly. That local trade power, base urban gravity, and urban production power, that actually is not a bad idea. Putting that before the warehouse might be our best choice. Oh god. Oh god, greater nobles demand privilege. What do they want? Generate a few new high court tier titles. No. We have to stand up against them, and this is going to be fucking awful. They take away half of our military strength, 25 legitimacy. Well, I guess there's no choice but refuse it. Are we getting unrest? No. But we can make a generous donation to whom? Gain 6 legitimacy. Now our son's claim is still strong, so we can look forward to that. Well, we got another event called heresy. One of your advisors argued with the bishop during your last banquet, and now the church has sent an inquisitor to question the advisor about their ideas. You could spend your influence to defend them, or bow to the church to gain the Pope's benevolence. So, Father, your will be done. Gain a level 1 skill Inquisitor of Sorbian heritage, following the Catholic faith. Gain 10 papal influence, and the theologian Otakar Berka dies, or poison the bishop's lunch next time. Oh wow, that's really brutal. Now this is a really hard question, because I mentioned that we are a devout thinker, but devout Christian, but we are also a free thinker. So, protecting Otakar, who has served us well, I think that's actually what we're gonna do, even though it sucks, but let's do that. I prefer to stand for my own people. I did a bit of messing around. I supported Holland's independence, and immediately they were released by Bauernstaubing. So now we can actually mess with Bauernstaubing. If I could just ally them, then they would probably accept the vassalization request from me, but yeah, I can't, because that would mean I would have to cancel one of the alliances, either Meissen, Poland, or Austria, and I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm not going to do that, even though I would really like it. But hey, you know, we made one of our neighbors much weaker. If we manage to get a larger army, they will eventually cave in and accept it. We're making quite a nice amount of money. Things are looking fairly good. Bohemia is growing. The fort has been finished, as I can see in Cottbus. That's good. And that leaves the fort in Budějovice to be finished. And then we have pretty much protected our territory, and all that will remain is building a road in Cottbus, and we have a road all the way to the north. We'll need to build a road in Hradecko, and Hradecko and Svidnica, and we'll have a road there, which would also be quite beneficial because this province has a very high urban gravity. We do have a road to Plzeňsko, don't we? Or we're building it, yeah. So that's good. We're also building a road in Chebsko, so getting one extra road in Vokton would also be good. And Budějovice would also need a road, but there's the cathedral. I'm hoping that the project will, you know, pop up again, because we have the capital. Where is it? No, a great edifice. I mean, I don't see it here. Corrupted. Oh, here it is. Great edifice is being built in the city. So it would be nice to finish that. Otherwise, we're saving up for the warehouse, as we mentioned. Not much happening around in the world other than me messing with some of the neighbors. Oh wow, Wine Horde is being wrecked by Lithuania. Well, good on you, Lithuania. Naples has some provinces in Greece. Pretty much things are okay, I guess. Nothing much happening. And no missions that would be interesting, except for the generous donation, but we don't have to do that. I would like a way how to increase the prestige, though. That would be kind of nice. But so far, so well. Well, this really sucks. Jaroszek Luxemburski has died without ever seeing a battle. He died in an accident during a drawing session. Well, rest in peace, Jaroszek. You were good, but you never really had a chance. So let's put Karl there and continue. Karl is kind of old, so I guess he's not going to be here much longer. But hey, he can drill the army while he is. Well, turns out standing up for Otakar Berka has been a good idea. Otakar Berka, being a wise and respected Catholic, has maintained good relations with cardinals and other people in the church, even outside the borders of Bohemia. They recently discovered that a man who has just been promoted to a cardinal, who is also a good friend of theirs, is considering moving to our country to facilitate their mutual work on a theological text. If we aided this process, we would have a cardinal in the Curia who is not only loyal to Otakar Berka, but also to Karl IV. So whatever we can do to help, we will. Or our administration has other priorities than nepotism. Actually, having a cardinal historically was a great honor, so I think we are going to do whatever we can to help this. So Praha is now the seat of a cardinal. So does that give us some special? We have a prelate, archbishopric, regional city, missionary work, It doesn't. It just deals with... Yeah, we have a Cardinal here. Oh well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping that we would have an actual Cardinal in the population. Well, never mind then. However, I noticed a worrisome thing. We no longer have enough people voting for Bohemia. It's actually 4-4 now. So I started immediately to improve the relations with Cologne and Pfalzgrafschaft and... Wait. I'm improving you, you, and you, and I'm gonna remove you because I don't want to improve relations with you. Now let's focus on these guys so that we don't lose them. I've been neglecting that and now I'm going to pay for it. Come on. Oh, I have to unpause it. So hopefully we will get back a buff for when our king is there. I should have kept a better eye on that for sure. Well, we can now get the Inns of Court, which will give us 20% extra production for the next 11 years. With the development of lawsuits to solve private disputes came an increasing need for lawyers to be educated in the laws of nation. The first such schools were called Inns of Court, administrative efficiency plus 5%. Now we are quite ahead of time. The next one will give us Craftsman District. We are really not only ahead of time, but actually ahead of development. How is Prague doing compared to other... Yeah, Ostmark is way more developed. But only because of the rural development. Other than that, Prague is doing fairly good. Not as good as Perry, of course, but really fairly good. Which makes me happy. We are again the favorite of the Imperium. By the way, I screwed it up. We are here as Bohemia, so there's only 7 votes. But the people will vote for us for sure. Bohemia here has decent advantage. Same in Cologne, which we are further boosting. And Trier, we are also boosting, right? No, that's Mainz. Okay, I think we might want to focus on Trier. Yeah, let's forget about Mainz for now and focus on Trier because we want to hold on that advantage and it's not exactly that great. Wait, what? We are improving... Oh, Trier, yes. Okay, so where else? You are good. You are good and we are improving you. You are good. Saxony. We are at max there and they just won't vote for us. So let's go back to Mainz. Oh, and we have a new pope. His authority is moderate. Giambista the first. Well, our Cardinal seems to be pretty nice. Anyway, not much happening other than that. Things are looking fairly good for us. So I'm just sitting on this bank of money, pretty much waiting for our centralization to go up and for our king to die. That's about as much as there is. He's a really good king, so I will miss him. But I'm ready to see what his heir Vratislav is going to be like. I guess the next king that we're gonna have is going to be named Václav, because that's the original name of Karol. He studied in France, which is where he got his name Karol, but before he was Václav, which was a traditional king's name in Bohemia. Well, we got a corrupt advisor. Otakar Žižka, our military advisor, has been called as corrupt man. I don't think he is worth keeping around based on these costs. He's really not that good and he forfeit his wife, so he dies. I'm not sure if we're gonna get another man. No, we are not going to. It would be too expensive. We're just gonna use the money to benefit the treasury that we have. Other than that, not much has happened. We had a little scandal at the court of the prestige, which cost us some. The diplomatic approach of the Queen Consort. Oh, nice. While growing up, Anna enjoyed spending time with others. She was an unusually calm child, finely tuned to the feeling of her friends or even anyone she encountered. This almost makes sense when interacting with people has not only made Anna a highly regarded and sought after dinner guest since her arrival in Praha, it has also translated into other affairs of the state. During a recent meeting with foreign diplomats, it is said that the irreproachable negotiation tactics of the Queen Consort were the highlight of the event. Okay, charismatic negotiator, good. Extra 50 diplomatic power will go a long way. We're getting close to the diplomatic core. We still have it set to be re-elected, which is nice. Everything seems to be very safe for us. But I would prefer not to dabble. Let's hope that the elections will be very soon. But our king has decided otherwise, probably. Anyway, this is all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm still saving up the money for probably the warehouse, but we might just go ahead and go all the way to the art corporation, maybe. Nah, I guess the warehouse first. We need to build up our income. That's the important part. Though I'm pretty sure that later on we are going to go with the art corporation, because I would like to go with the culture ideas next. I checked it out and it seems like, as we're the emperor, the court that we are building up would be good with the culture ideas. It's another one that I rarely use. So culture would be good, and later on, I guess, administrative ideas, maybe, who knows. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.